Hi guys, welcome back to some more Robocraft fun with Shomofo. And, still working on Project Blue Thunder. So, still haven't signed off on a Mark 1 yet. Okay, from the last build, I took out the jets from off the top and the bottom being symmetrical, and the electroplate off the front, so I could put the 4 jets across the bottom. And without the electroplating on, it's managed to afford me the 2 extra T10 plasmas on the front there. Now, it's by no means a lovely way of fixing that. In fact, it's quite a horrible kind of thing there. That's really quite nasty, but it dips again. And I've still got a little bit of CPU to play with. Now, in case you hadn't seen this previously, let's just have a good look around. The one thing I really do like about this are the 8 level 2 electroplates around the wings. I feel that's a really nice placement of electroplate, and will be crucial to flyer designs in the future. I feel protecting those blocks around the wings. Very nice, and fits in nicely with a plane design, I feel. The other stuff I'm still just having to cram it on and see where it fits. I can never quite get, because of where I put my plasmas on, I can never quite get these things in the right place. Although since I moved the plasma weapons and the jets around, I've been able to bring this in a little bit tighter. Now, it's still very vulnerable, it's still very exposed armor from the top, so an SMG flyer or an aerial railgun, or should I be looping the loop or rolling, doing a barrel roll, I will be exposing all of that. From the bottom here, this part here is a bit exposed. Again, you know, you could just hit that part from the inside and it would take out the whole of this. Now, I mean, you could fix that with some simple additions of stuff like that, you know. And with these things, you know, you can even go all the way around those. Now, if I had the CPU for that, that would be fantastic, you know. Could just do that to both of them, and that leaves me with, let's see, let's use the other side one so I've got an even amount. Now, why does it do this? Why on earth does it do this? Why can I place them on one and not on the other? I've noticed this a lot with the electroplating, in that I'll be able to place something on, see, I can place it on that side, no problem, but I can't place this one here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, see if that's just not enough flops to take you off. Pop you down there. Not enough flops. Okay. Well, that's horrible. Okay, let's take you off there and actually pop you back down there and see if it was just that causing the problem, just the order of placement. No, see, it won't let me. Why won't it let me place that there? You know, there's nothing different. It's the same amount out. They're 5 out. These guys are 5 out. That was placed on the bottom one there. And yet it's fine with me having it placed on that side, but it won't let me have it placed. Oh, hit the wrong key there. It won't let me have it placed on this fella. That's just, why does that keep happening? I really hope they fix that. Maybe it's actually, I mean, are these, there you go. It needs the panel side in on the top bit, that's what it was. Although on this side, no, that's really weird. Right, on that side it won't let me place it that way around. Okay, but on this side I have got it placed that way around. It won't let me place it that way around now. Okay, this is just weird. I think that's a little bit buggy in the way it does that, but still, 3 flops left, so this one is more likely to be protected, I'd say, because, you know, it's got more chance of it hitting either this shield along here or the jets getting in the way. It is a bit vulnerable. I would like to shore all of that up. In the central body, can't really get any along here. I mean, later on this should be all jets. And I could place one there, just for the time being. My seat, though, is right in the middle of all of these 4. So, I would like to have protected the guns somewhat. You know, I'd like to have these all along here, which would be nice. I'm just going to add you onto the front there, as that's the last one that I can get on. Again, I'd like to protect some stuff on the top, but can't really do that. So hopefully we can get a battle and see how that does. I've had it out in the practice ground just before I added on those bits of electroplate, and it was flying nicely. It's not as fast because it's got the extra weight of the guns, the 2 extra plasmas up front. Although some of that should have been nullified by those shields coming off. But, you know, it's only got the 4010s. Really, I would like to have some other jets placed on there as well, really up the speed on it. Okay, it looks like we might be a while, so I'm just going to pause it till we get into a battle. I'll be back in a sec. Hi guys, so we're back in. Didn't take too long. So we're flying okay. Really don't like that my guns aren't protected. Really would like to have that armor wrapping around. But it did just interfere too much with the spread of fire coming off the guns, and I really didn't like that. Oh, he seems very slow. Again, I could do with an improvement in speed. Oh, guy's an SMG, but he's also a nice big target for me. And he's engaged with plenty of other players. Oh, terrible amount of lag there as I went past, but managed to come out relatively unscathed. Just shot above those guys up there, but we know where they are now. Our guys managed to take him out without losing a fella. That's awesome. Guy coming in down there. Missed him though. Lovely stuff. Ouch, taking some hits here. Need to get out. Oh, and dead. I was just for a second there. I mean, I imagine I'd have been dead a lot faster. That was the nice thing. Having those big deflectors on the rear of the craft means when I'm flying away and out, I've got some cover. Not too many electroplates out on the battlefield at the moment, so let's see what that did for us. Okay, got 201 and an assist. Right, so may just be a fluke, but that's the first one in Project Blue Thunder that's managed to do any kind of real damage. So I'm quite happy about that. The repair, of course, way more than half of that. Okay, let's take him out again. Hopefully we'll be into a battle just as quickly, and happy to see I'm back up to 400k RP. Nice to be getting the RP back up into higher figures. Ideally, I'd like to get it over to 1 million again. And then just start, you know, getting what I need above that bracket, because I never know when I'm going to have one of these things where I start building something from scratch, and then it just cuts into your RP so much. No one in the 8 or 9 at the moment, very few in the middle. I really can't wait for all these new players to start getting up and filling these higher tiers, so we can start getting some better games in the T8 and below, the sort of middle region. Okay, here we go. Lovely stuff. So they've got one more guy, but he's an 8. Oh, I feel sorry for him. I mean, they've got an extra player, but he must not be enjoying that being thrown in with all those 10s. Certainly glad that's not me and the crow. Really can't wait to level up some. I've got a feeling I'm going to need to get about 10 levels higher before I can really start doing what I want to do with these guys. Just the amount of CPU those large ones take up really does stop me cramming a lot of the essential gear that I'd otherwise have on this. And, you know, if I don't have any luck with these, then it may well be down to just a load of little L1 plates on this, and building this into something a bit more like the snub. Oh, have we lagged out? Oh, that's such a shame. There we go, can't really see too much electroplating over here. Let's go and fly on, a bit of target practice. No, we've lost connection. Oh, I really do hate when that happens, especially at tier 10. Very weird. Have I just lost internet? Let me just check. Yes, I've lost internet. Okay, I'm going to pause it here and see if I can get the internet back up. Back in a sec. Hi guys, sorry about that. Hopefully we've got internet again. So, let's retry to connect to the server. Okay, it's having a little bit of trouble here, so let's just quit the game and get it back up. Okay, get us on in. Let's get some more battles on the go. I really do hope to have a couple of decent games with this craft. Been struggling so hard to kind of cram these electroplates in and try and make them work for me. Okay, good stuff. Yes, thank you for that. That was weird. Is that auto repairing? Oh, this is cheeky. This is cheeky. I don't want auto repair, and I didn't click on this. So, auto repair used to be part of the update. Sorry, used to be on the screen where the repair is. So that's a bit cheeky that they've introduced that and put auto repair on there, maybe causing problems for some people. I certainly didn't select that at any point. So, I'm not sure what's happened there, but let's try and get out into battle. Oh dear, just enjoying a lovely brew there. Got a bit of a honey and lemon on the go, as I just think it might be this incredibly hot and dry weather and maybe all of the hay fevery stuff and bits of pollution and dust, but you know, oh, having very, very much a dry mouth at the minute, so lovely refreshing brew there. Should ease that up a little bit. Oh, and the ice maps. Don't enjoy these quite so much. They seem to be smaller, have far more nooks and crannies for the enemy to be hiding in. And that new ice map, oh, you know, I loved that when it first came out until all the flyers started going the same way, and then feels very limited in terms of space. End up being either right in the open or flying straight into where all the other flyers are going. So we'll try and guess where some enemy are coming from and lay down some plasma in that general direction. Looks like they've got a plasma flyer as well. Have to watch out for that. SMG fire incoming. Missed with that. Oh, and I've lost a tail section. Oh, awful, awful stuff. Can we get up here? Try and get on the move. Possibly deal some damage. Still managing to deal some damage. Going to die now, I believe. Yes. Don't think I'll get another hit on anyone. I'm stuck. Yeah, totally stuck there. I'm not going to get a shot on this guy. Got a shot near that guy. But I'm not going to get a hit on him. That rock's in the way. Ouch. Oh, I've got a hit on that fella. No, I've lost weapons now. I'm nice and stuck. He's having a hard time trying to shoot me. And he's being shredded by our guys. Good stuff. Good stuff. Looks like the enemy team are down to just 2 players. Can I get out of here? No, I'm just stuck. Well, I really do like the formation of those electroplates I've got around the shield. You know, that just seems that's perfectly what they're intended for. That kind of setup. And you could also use that setup for, I suppose, placing a gun turret and securing the blocks around there, or making a nice little set of shields around your pilot seat. And once I've got some more RP, and you know, I've got some more of that to throw on stuff, I think I'll be doing that, seeing if I can get a smaller flyer out, possibly another SMG flyer in the T4. Do a little tutorial on that. Should be a lot easier to throw that together with the lower tier stuff. Could we just capture the base? I really would like to have the victory bonus, although I'm not sure whether I should just leave it for one where maybe I do a bit more damage. Only one guy left on the enemy team now, and it looks like we're hunting him down rather than going for the cap. Not very exciting stuff for you guys, I know. Not particularly exciting for me, but I would like the extra RP of victory bonus. There we go. Team victory. Okay, so that's much better. Oh, it's not really a... Oh. What's happened there? No victory bonus? Let's repair. That's very strange. Unless, of course, I've already had the victory in this bay. That may possibly be it. Let's just check. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I think I may have already had the victory bonus, and I just wasn't thinking. Oh, dear. Never mind. At least we got into another battle, nice and fast. Back on Mars, I believe. Yes, lovely stuff. And let's see if we can do any better this time around. Okay, so we're at the narrow end. to be careful going along here. I've had 1 or 2 battles where I've tried to make a sudden turnaround, flying close to this edge, and it's got me into all kinds of trouble. Getting stuck up against that boundary wall. Really would like to have some radar equipment on this guy so I could see stuff on the minimap. Now I wonder what blend he is up ahead of us, whether he's an SMG or a plasma guy. Doesn't look like there's anything covering the base, so I'm going to come back around on this side, seeing as our guys are all hopefully in between me and the enemy. We're capping, we're firing out over there. Can't see any enemy just yet. Come back around. Oh, there's a plasma bomber up above who's taking shots at me. Oh, and death. That wasn't good at all. That's nice. Lovely little hover there, with the majority of his plasmas underneath, and all of the shielding cranked on top. That's very nice. May have a go at a design like that. I'm not sure if I've got the CPU for it. I have got some of those hovers now. Yeah, I don't think I've quite got the CPU to have one of those. I tried to build something with the hovers, bought those hovers, thought I'd have a go at making a flatbed tank. And I just didn't have the CPU to build the kind of thing I wanted. That was horrible. Barely came out of that with anything. Oh dear. Still gradually creeping my way up to 59. Of course, that's not going to allow me to place anything on this design. Really is tricky. You know, if the battles at T4 could gain me anywhere near the RP, you know, if I had a decent set of wins and was going around killing loads of stuff, if I could think, you know, well, I'll come out with the same amount as I would in here, then I'd be so just going for that and rinsing those lower tiers. But as I've said before, even with the bad games at tier 10, you can get so much more RP than you can with a really good game at tier 4. Now that of course may have been different if they hadn't nerfed all of those bonus things you could get. And this is my least favourite map of the moment. In terms of flyers anyway, it's not too bad if you're a ground vehicle. But for flyers, this is just really nasty. Which way are our guys going? The other thing, of course, is you're constantly in with pub groups, so you've no idea what your team's going to be like or what the enemy team's going to be like, how they're made up, so it's really difficult to work on tactics and to come out with something from the beginning. Kind of just have to adapt to the play that's going on at the time. Oh! Crappington crapsticks. Let's get out of there, don't want to be stuck on the edge. No radar, so I'm coming over here blind. Luckily it doesn't look like there's anything there. I'm not really going to get a hit on that guy. Just hope he's not SMG. If he's SMG, I'm in real trouble. No, he's plasma. And he just must have caught me with a lucky one of those, because it looked like the majority of those strafed right past me. And he didn't have any electroplate at all. That's quite nice. Very well done, sir. No electro on that guy. There's some nice electroplating on him. Looks awesome. Oh, and there we go. There's Jizan again. That awesome, awesome little character flying around, dealing death with SMGs. Lovely stuff. Really have enjoyed seeing Jizan and H Crescents out from my T10 battles of late. Haven't seen anything from Mato-san in a while. Though I have seen some nice Gundam, and that Pokeball was really nice, although I'm not sure if I had any weapons on it. It just kind of looked like a floating Pokeball. Okay, so I didn't do anything there. Yeah, with my premium I still made a grand odd. So, relatively happy with that. Would really, really like to just get a lot more CPU. I mean, who doesn't? And I can only imagine the frustration of players at level 100 that need to get more CPU, you know? Because it's just like, what? That's it, you've got the max CPU there, can't do anything about it, you just have to limit your build. But they should have a massive amount of flops at that level. I hope it's more than enough to be doing what I want to do, otherwise I will just be pushing them to add more tiers and more levels to it. Oh, lovely stuff. Come on, I want to battle. Okay, so it may well be back to the drawing board with this one. I've had one semi-reasonable game where I managed to deal a fraction of damage to the enemy team. And then the rest of these have just been pretty awful, with me being taken out, and plenty of games where I've dealt 0 damage whatsoever and then being one-shotted or something. So, may well be back to the drawing board with this guy. Determined not to give up though. I really do want to get a T10 flyer with electroplating on. What I may have to do though is just admit defeat and lay off the large, I think, what are they, L9 sections. May have to lay off the big pretty shapes until I've got much more CPU, and just kind of stick with patching it out with the lower tier sections until... Oh! Oh! Awful, awful. Let's exit the game, see what happened there. Oh, I landed a hit, but did it do much CPU damage? I've got 11,000 in repairs. I did 67. So, probably 4, 5 maybe K for that. That's not too bad. Let's see. Yeah, it may well be that I end up taking these off. Let's see. In terms of hardware, these L9s are 52 flops. And they're 24. It's 52. So yeah, so for one of those I could have two of these. So I could have two of those. And those are 20 though, so I could still just have two of those. These ones aren't really appropriate to the shape of mine, and they're 28, so they're well over. These, which would have been handier, they're 32 though. So, let's see, you know, for two of those, I could take this fella off here. I could just shore that up with them. Then it's not going to be covering any of this section. Really, I just want the whole thing. Why? Why oh why aren't they just standard cubes? I wouldn't have any problem then with trying to figure out how to use them. So far, I've utilised these relatively well. Trying to cram everything else in with the shapes available. Just not been doing it for me. If I had the CPU, this bottom section would also have the protection of a load of small jets placed on it. I seriously need to have some extra armor up on the top. I've got 7 additional flops. I could just space some more red out onto it. These things, again, these aren't really doing anything there. They were from earlier forms of the design where they had jets and things on them, so I could take those out and space those a little bit better. Maybe a redo from start with this again and going for lower stuff. But I'm going to take him out into one more battle. And then I think what I'll do is I'll take him out for a few games where I'm not recording it, where I don't have to waffle onto you guys and I can just concentrate on trying to deal damage and see, you know, that's a bit more of a realistic test for me. It is a little bit, I do tend to have better games, unfortunately, when I'm not recording, as the game gets my full attention then. And I'll take it out, give it maybe 5. If I'm not having any joy, I think 5 games will be the max, and then it'll get scrapped, and I'll restart from scratch. Maybe even have a play with something else for a while. You know, I've always got the snub, and while it's not brilliant, it can do the business. I think I've actually had it kill, what, 3 or 4 is the kind of the maximum it's ever done. And of course that's been generally on games where either we've just had a great team or our side has been predominantly flyers, where I've not been the only flyer or one of a couple flyers, so I've been less of a target. So yeah, you know, if I take it out for about 5 games and I'm not enjoying it, not getting decent things, then I think I'll just scrap it. And it'll be back to the drawing board for Project Blue Thunder. And maybe I'll just have a look at fitting shapes and how stuff connects together. Oh, that's fun. Look at Maxim Barusa over there, fun little craft. Okay, let's take off. Now, there should be some nice 8s for me to shoot at. Don't really like flying over that bit. There's so much that can just sneak up on you that way. Our guys seem to be holding back a little bit and spreading out, so a little bit unsure as to which way out to go. Can't see any sign of flyers at the moment. Put a hit on him, and I get back around and out of cover. Sorry, into cover. Don't want to get out of cover. Oh, ouch, ouch. Didn't see him. I was looking the other way. Where's he? Lost some vital parts there. Let's see if I can do any help before I die. Don't mind dying if I'm dealing a little bit of damage. See if we can just land here. That would be lovely. Oh, what a shame. Let's see if we can turn back around. Oh, very tricky trying to control him at this point. Oh, my guns are facing up, unfortunately. Let's just at least try and nudge onto the CP. No. Come on. Anyone to shoot at then? Seeing as we're going for a glide over here. Don't die, don't die. We're about to just get defeated, so I'd rather not take more repairs. Game over. Well, I managed to hang on in there and deal a little bit of damage. So can't complain too much there. Okay, so that's not too bad. Got an assist again. 258, of which 96 was protection. So that's 28.5k. We'll call that. And only a repair of 5k. So that's 23 in the bank. That's lovely. That was relatively okay. That makes me want to take it back out again and do better, you know. Tell you what, let's take these guys off here. Okay, let's see what small ones I've got left. See, these don't really do that much, and I can't fit them on there anyway. You know, that they're more for coming over and around. In fact, what I might do is I might do a little tutorial to show you what these shapes are really intended to cover, so that you know where you should be placing them, really. You know, that I imagine that would be handy. You know, if the wings weren't there, and that was built out a little bit more, if that went in a couple deep, you could have them over there protecting the jets. You know, sort of like that. That's not too bad, but excuse me, I'd probably rather have it covering those things. Let's see, and let's take away these cubes. Don't do anything at the moment. It's a shame so much of this just interferes with the guns. And that with having, you see, you'd probably have that where this comes out and then drops down to protect that, whereas there, that's leaving a big wide, with not having the cubes filling out that space, that just leaves a big wide chunk there for stuff to go on. So, let's say I definitely need something protecting the back. Can't place anything there though, so that kind of exposes the whole of that. Oh, that's so annoying. Now, if I had some more of these... I can't place them up on that section there, though. So, again, they're totally pointless. You know, that covers... That's weird how that will cover there. Got none of those left. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Okay. So, yeah, you know, if I was going to redo this, I think I'd have to have a serious look. With taking those blocks off, I've only managed to get, you know what, 11 more flops. I can't really add a hell of a lot more with 11 more flops. It's certainly not going to be a piece of electroplating. What I could possibly do is fix out some more red on here. Oh, I've got one left. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Okay. It's games like that that give me just a little bit of hope. Think maybe, you know, oh, if I get thrown in with the right set of people, and I'm up maybe against 9s and 8s instead of so many 10s, you know, maybe I could get a really good game. Maybe I could deal some damage and maybe just go around picking up the pieces of crippled enemy that my teammates have left behind. Or just if you have a really good game, if you have a really great game where your team engages the enemy in such a way that they're so preoccupied they don't have that much time to be looking for flyers and where that plasma's coming from, you know. If you kind of have a hesitant team and let the enemy come to you, and you're the lone flyer, you just draw so much fire. But if you have a team that goes out and, you know, it doesn't have to be the Zerg rush, you know, you can do it sensibly, but just if there's a way where your team has kind of formed up in a reasonable way, so there's a buffer of your teammates between you and the enemy. Oh, this is what I like. So we've got a load of 10s, they've only got 3, and then they've got 9s and 8s. And bear in mind, you know, even the snub is essentially a T9 with a little t-shirt saying, I'm T10. He's not really T10. Hasn't got the CPU in my mind to be T10. Might have some of the weapons. But, you know, there's tier 8s and tier 9s that can take that guy out, so he's by no means a hardcore T10. Not like the big massive battle tanks that you see, or the huge flyers that are just completely enshrouded in jets. Now we've got the narrow end. And again, our guys are kind of spread out. So I'm going to try and come in around behind these guys. And try and keep some of our players in between me and the enemy. Ouch, taking shots there. Can't see where they've gone now. Oh, and I've lost my rudder. Oh, gonna lose more stuff, especially if I get stuck here. Oh, got a kill, I think. Yes, got a kill. Lovely stuff. Even rudderless. Oh, shame my plane was flailing around there. Oh no, not a time to get stuck. Haha! Pickle Spooker there, taking advantage of the fact that I was stuck. So, you know, that wasn't too bad. I got a kill, and all that makes me think is, you know, if I hadn't lost the rudder there, I probably wouldn't have got stuck, and I would have had a much better game. So that gives me some hope. Got about 20k there, maybe. Lovely stuff. Let's just see if we can get to 50k. This is the trouble. I'm like, yeah, I'll stop and I'll go and do this now. But honestly, I just want to get into those battles and get that RP up. Because it may well be that I have to settle for lots and lots of little pieces of armour rather than those big sections. And if I'm going to do that, then, you know, I'm going to be wanting to have as much RP as possible, so if I have a little spending spree, it doesn't leave me without a huge safety net. Because I've just got to be in that habit, you know, I'm on premium at the moment, and I'm very much aware that while I've got premium, I'm never coming out with a negative. Whereas the minute my premium runs out, those bad games are just going to destroy my RP. And so I have to be used to kind of having plenty set aside in the bank. Again, I would love to have some radar there. There's Nana Aircraft. In case you missed the advert, that's a fellow YouTuber. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Oh dear, didn't want to fly right over these guys. Oh, looks like we've got an enemy flyer around here as well. I'm just gonna try and get out of there. Oh, I've got a railgun guy who's trying to track me from somewhere. I really don't want to be flying in a straight line for that. Oh, there we go again. That railgun guy's trying to track me. Oh, don't want to get stuck on this tower either. Can we destroy this guy before somebody takes me out? One good shot might do it. Yes, we've got him. Okay, there's still somebody capping. How can that be? Is there somebody hiding just in that central bit? Oh. I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm confused. Maybe I was down the wrong end. Maybe that was somebody on defense. And I should have been shooting at this end. Yep, here they all are. Capping away at that end. Team defeated, but it got a kill. $2,892 in repairs. Oh, look at that. 975. That's a lot nicer. There you go. So, there we are. Up to 500k. Lovely stuff. Okay, well, I'm going to have a play with this fella now. I'm a lot happier about this. Not so keen to just throw it out. Let's see what we can do with him. And maybe level up and get a few more bits and pieces on there. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.